So, guys, I've made a mess up with the women's division, but not to worry, I'll fix that later. But yeah, we open up with the first ever women's match tonight on the pre-show Full Throttle, being held by All Action Wrestling. It's in front of 1,500 people at the Caesar Hotel and Casino. And the pre-show battle had good wrestling, decent action crowd. Luna Von Eyck and Medusa, Miss Sailor defeated Judy Martina and Izta Yamazuka. I might give her a different name later on. In 8-5, Medusa defeated Izumi Zaka by pinfall the German suplex. Judy Martina, a bit old school, got initially very good. Is Itza got on David old school. Face, it's got initially above average. Psycho Gimmick for Luna, it's got initially above average. And Masuda got a Seducer's gimmick, it's got initially very good. We put her on the desk because we are... Even though we've got enough women, we've got one woman extra, so we need to get another heel in. The announced quality and the colour come together match a boost. Itzma Yasamuka. I'm going to change all of the Japanese wrestlers' names for next episode. Judy Martinez got a 68. Judy Martinez 60. Museda Masela 44 and Luna Von Eyck 41. She's improving in Rumble. She'll be getting an easier name to pronounce next episode. In a pre-show about very good, great heat and decent match on the crowd, Vader defeated Brian Pillman at 7:59. By pinfall, the powerbomb is 67 C+. Vader 60, Brian Pillman 67. No work improvements. Nice little match. In a decent pre-show match, Jeff Jarrett defeated Eddie Guerrero in 8:08 by pinfall 52 D+. The announced quality and the colour come together the match a boost. Eddie Guerrero 49, Jeff 49. No work improvements. In a decent pre-show match, Kendo Nakasaki defeated Steven Regal in 8:08 by pinfall with the power of hypnosis, a 49 D+. The announced quality and the colour come together match a boost. Steven Regal 54, Kendo Nakasaki 32, no work improvements. And we didn't get a complaint because that is recent. And in the pre-show bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Arn Anderson defeated Lex Luger in 17:46 by pinfall 68 C+. Luke Luger 57 on 70. This is going to play out later on. 73B minus for the opener tonight. 2 nights ago, I won this, the AAW Championship. You see, Vince would not let me hold this with this big man Hulk Hogan on top of his company. I came here to fight the best. We have the best, but my brother can't handle it that I moved on and became better than him. No, Brett, you're missing something important here. You see, me and you were tag team champions. You promised Vince you would stay and be at WrestleMania. You did not stay. Who's the one who gets punished? Me. So Brett, I'm getting a shot in 4 weeks for that championship. See you then, brother. So yeah, Judgment Day in 2 weeks' time. Is Bret Hart going to face his judgment? We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, Bret Hart's going to be having his first title defence against his own brother, Jim Nadine Hart. Now I do believe they are brothers. That's what I think, because Bret Hart's Natty Nadine Hart's uncle and his Natty's dad. Anyway, there you go, that's our opening angle. In our first match of the night, in a decent match, The Undertaker and Mankind defeated Sting and Shawn Michaels in 5 minutes 32 when The Undertaker defeated Sting by pinfall the Tombstone. Paul Bearer did good work at ringside, and that's quality and the colour come together match a boost. Shawn Michaels 46, Sting 55, Mankind 49, Undertaker 50, and we're going to book some matches. So at Judgment Day, it will be Shawn Michaels, and he's going into a storyline feud, which will be be advancing in not many angles. There'll be a few angles because I want to start using Paul Bearer a bit more in angles because I like doing my Paul Bearer impersonation for you guys. And then it's going to be Mankind and Sting as well at that event. So yeah, Judgment Day is looking pretty good. I can't go, oh, they saw it on the website because I'd be breaking my own kayfabe, which I like to stick in the times. So you'll see that later. But I am very particular about that. With a promo rip, which we'll get to see in a bit. In an extremely short match, Yokozuna defeated the Ultimate Warrior in 4 minutes 33 by pinfall the Bonsai Drop, following interference from Dutchman Child. And that's quality and the colour conjugate the match a boost. Yokozuna 34, Ultimate Warrior 42. The AAW United States Championship storylines advanced this segment but lost heat. And at Judgment Day, Ultimate Warrior will be getting a shot at the AAW United States Championship, where he will be taking on Dutch Mantel for that beautiful and prestigious championship. As you can see, I'm trying to push the younger talent a lot more this time around. Next week on television, though, at Full Throttle next week, it's going to be a 3 versus 3 match, which will feature Dutch Mantel, being joined by to the hip by the Undertaker and Mankind as they take on the team of the Ultimate Warrior, the Shawn A. Michaels, and the 1, 2, 3 Mr. Stinger. Woo! So yeah, I've set up all the pay-per-views up until the end of the year. So we've got, so as you can see, we've got Judgment Day, Survivor Series because it's not in TNA, the King of the Ring. So that's going to be very special. What I'll do is I'll pick out 4 random wrestlers, and then we'll, during the course of the night, we'll have the final, semi-final, and the finals in one night. But I'll pick out 4 wrestlers. The winner of that will go on to feud for the championship across here until All of Nothing 2, where they will get a shot. So as you know, it's one. So that's the end of the year. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it's all worked out. It's all planned nicely. But the 43D for that, not a bad match. And we see Lex in the back, and he goes, "You see, every week this company's changed. Every week this company changes wrestling for the better. You see, yes, we got the big guys, the ones with the muscles, yes, but we got wrestlers doing flips and amazing stuff each and every week. Then you got Arn, who did a special report on AAW to the newspaper, to a newspaper. In that interview, you diss me, and I'm going to destroy you in 4 weeks. You're going down." So yeah, as you can see, I'm very, very strict about my booking details. So yeah, next week it's gonna be Lex taking on Arn, as we saw on the pre-show this week. It's going to be quite a good match, I think, for Judgment Day. But at Full Throttle next week, we're going to have another 6-man tag, which will also play off tonight's main event, as it will be Arn Anderson joining the team of Bret Hart and Davey Boy to take on the... Actually, no, I'm going to change it a little bit. It's going to be Jerry Lawler and Truly. You'll see why later. Taking on the team of Jim, Nadine Hart, and Mr. Sargent and Lex Luger. So Jim's going to be the leader of that team. Just changing it a little bit from tonight's main event because, hey, I said, but 62C from Lex is not bad really in a promo. And then Davey Boy Smith and Sargent will have a massive backstage brawl using weapons, and you know, Lex Luger has to jump out of the way because the camera just cuts to it. In an exceptional match, Truly Blanchard defeated Jerry Lawler in 8:03 by pinfall for the slingshot suplex. Jerry Lawler 86, Truly 73. The Truly versus Jerry storylines advancing segment, and at Judgment Day, Truly will take on Jerry Lawler once again in a singles match. Judgment Day just sounded the best name for the pay-per-view heading into... you see, everyone here is booked for a match at this event. Nearly. I'll book Davey Boy in just a second, and then we'll be fine. Because Davey Boy, of course, will be taking on former champion Arn Anderson, who will be getting his rematch for the title. Don't you worry. There is plans. Don't worry, there is plans for him to get his rematch, but it's not going to be for a while yet. Until at least after King of the Ring. If not a lot later from that. The Davey Boy at the moment is feuding with Sargent. So I do like the fact you get automatic rematch clauses, but you know, for instance, CM Punk ain't had his yet. And a few others haven't. Our first ever televised women's match, but it's not for the title, for the Glow title. It's the Glow Women's Division, as it's known, or Glow, or these are the Glows, or Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling Division. In a decent match, Matilda the Hun defeated this Neo Tanita. Every Japanese lady in the company is going to get a name change for next week. 721 by pinfall the Big Splash. 42D. Old school face gimmicks got on the show very good. Neo Tuno seemed off a game. Matilda debuted a female and once again it's got to show in the fourth, and that's quality in the colour contributing the match and boost. Neo Matilda 53, Matilda the Hun 29. Matilda the Hun improving in performance, a 42D. Nice little match just to bring the women onto screen. So you know you're going to get some female wrestling. In about that great wrestling and decent match in the crowd, Bob Holly, Kurt Hennig and Owen Hart defeated Dutch Mantel, Chris Benoit and Scott Hall. And in 5:46 when Kurt Hennig defeated Scott Hall by pin for the Hennig Plex. Bob Holly was the weak link. Owen Hart 65, Kurt Hennig 75, Holly 43, Scott Hall 61, Chris Benoit 65 and Dutch 66. Dutch Mantel improving in performance and Bob Holly in technical, which I'm not going to complain. In a 64C, as we head into our main event of the night, which is a 75 B-, an exceptional match. David Boy and Bret Hart defeated Jim the Dean Hart and Sergeant Slaughter in 15-17 when David Boy Smith defeated Sergeant Slaughter by pinfall the running power slam. Bret Hart carried the match in terms of ring performance. Jim the Dean Hart's getting better his gimmick. Bret Hart 85, David Boy 70, Sergeant Slaughter 67 and Jim the Dean Hart 65. Bret Hart improving in Rumble and David Boy in performance. And that's where the show closes off tonight. That is the British flag behind him, actually. We get increase of popularity in 11 regions with a 72B. I'm not complaining. So, guys, that is your first edition of Full Throttle for this episode number 3. And I hope you're enjoying it already. And I'll see you again for another edition of Full Throttle very soon. Thanks. Hey guys, welcome back. It's All Action Wrestling, and I didn't realise this was on the pre-show, but once again, we're at the Caesar Hotel and Casino, sold out. In a superb pre-show match, Brian Pillman and Kurt Hennig defeated Lex Luger. Brian Pillman, Kurt Hennig, Lex Luger, Sergeant defeated Jarrett, David Boy, Chris Benoit, and Yokozuna. In 7:37, Brian Pillman defeated Yokozuna by pin for the leaping thrust lariat. I thought this was on the main card, but anyway. Jeff is getting better his gimmick. Chris Benoit sustained a damaged neck. Sergeant Slaughter 71, Luger 60, Kurt Hennig 75, Brian Pillman 65, Yokozuna 38, Chris Benoit 64, David Boy 75, and Jarrett at a 64. Luger in technical, Yokozuna in performance, and Pillman in performance. 69C+. Yeah, we know about that, Grizzly. Thank you. In a decent pre-show match, Eddie Guerrero and Steven Regal defeated Kendo Nagasaki and Vader in 7:56 when Eddie Guerrero defeated Kendo Nagasaki by pinfall the Frog Splash. He was the weak links during the Q1's performance, that's fine. That's quality in the colour contract in the match of boost. Steven Regal 51, Eddie Guerrero 60, Vader 61, and Kendo 30. No work. It was a 58C, not a bad match at all. Oh god. Hold on guys, I've just pulled my headphones out and that is a problem. There we go. Can you hear me again? Anyway. Yeah, so he's getting old. So hopefully, you know, we'll see some improvements. He's going to get a bit burst. In a decent pre-show match, Bob Holly defeated Michael Kitchener in 7:47 by pinfall flying leg drop. His ear on a one-night deal. He announced quality in the call to go to the match of boost. Michael Kitchener had a room performance of 54, Bob Holly 43. 49D+. He's not coming back, just put it that way. In a decent pre-show match, Owen Hart defeated Taz in by pinfall the spinning heel kick. The announced quality in the colour commentary to the match of boost. Taz 35, Owen Hart 66, and no work press 59C. In a decent pre-show match, Scott Hall defeated Tony Puccio in 7:37 by pinfall the Razor's Hedge. The announced quality in the colour commentary to the match of boost. Tony Puccio 36, Scott Hall 65. No work improvements, and hopefully we now get to the main card. Yes, we do. So here we go with the main bit of Full Throttle, the TV bit. Oh yes, my Undertaker and my new son Mankind are coming for you, Shawn and Sting. You see the fans love you, but are afraid of my babies. Oh yes, we're gonna send you out in 3 weeks at Judgment Day, and tonight in their 6-man tag match. Oh yes. So yeah, the Undertaker sending messages, and we are going to be managing Mankind with them as we did in the previous series. Because for me, I feel that, you know, the Undertaker, Mankind, and Paul Bearer, they all work. You know, they've got similar characters, and it all works together. So in about a good wrestling, a decent match for the crowd, a 65C, as Alice Lane defeated Medusa in 5:51 by pinfall with a German suplex. As I said, everyone's name I'm going to struggle saying is having their names changed, and they did. Alice Lane 65, Medusa 47, and she is going forward. Okay, I think I've already done it for some reason. Yeah, I have. So Alice Lane is going forward, which I've just spotted because I didn't realise I'd already done it. In an extremely short match, Mankind, The Undertaker, and Dutch Mantel. Dutch Mantel defeated The Ultimate Warrior, Shawn Michaels, and Sting in 4 minutes 51 when Dutch Mantel defeated Sting by Power Driver for 63C. Paul Bearer did good work at ringside. The Ultimate Warrior seemed off his game. The Ultimate Warrior was getting better his gimmick, now its quality, and the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Dutch Mantel 66, Undertaker 51, Mankind 53, Sting 64, Michaels 55, and the Ultimate Warrior 47. 3 storylines advancing at a 63C, not a bad match. In a decent match, Matilda the Hun defeated Judy Martina and Luna Von Erich in 607. Matilda the Hun defeated Luna Von Erich by pinfall with a big splash. Judy Martina carried the match in terms of ring win performance, a 53C-. Announced quality in the colour commentary the match a boost. Matilda the Hun 23, 32 this time. Judy Martina 60 and Luna Von Erich, or Vuk, Luna Vuk, I think. 41. I just might take the ending off and just call her Luna. It might be a lot easier. So yeah, Matilda the Hun is advancing now. If you don't know what this is a championship tournament. We're playing out over the next few weeks on television, trying to get it done before the next pay-per-view, and then the winner of this will go on to go and face for the women's title. In a decent match, Amy Muscles defeated Susan Sexton by a pin for the big boot of 52D+. Amy Muscles debuted a Girl Next Door gimmick. It's got a Shrine above average. Susan Sexton Prima Donna gimmick. It's got a Shrine of awful. Susan Sexton's getting better at gimmick. The announced quality in the colour commentary to go the match a boost. Amy Muscles 59, Susan Sexton 29. Susan Sexton improved technical. I changed her name because I was having trouble pronouncing it. But that does mean we have the finals, even though you haven't seen the other one because, hey, I already did it without thinking. So you'll get to see that match in a minute. A 52D+, not bad. I don't care what people think, truly. You're just trash, and I need to be taken out. At Judgment Day, I'll take out the trash and fight, and the fight will be real. Next week, we'll have a proper guy in the back. Big surprises. So Arn Anderson basically just beats the living shit out of Lex Luger, leaving him down and out. Is he going to be ready for the main event later? Who knows? In a decent match, Linda Dallas defeated Heidi Lee Morgan and Lily Grace in 5:51 when Linda Dallas defeated Heidi Lee Morgan by pinfall. Lily Grace carried the match in terms of ring performance. Heidi Lee Morgan debuted her Girl Next Door gimmick. It's got a rating of below average. Linda Dallas debuted a bitch gimmick. It's got a rating of great. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Heidi Lee Morgan 44, Linda Dallas 41, and Lily Grace, who was a Japanese girl, 56, changed her name. Linda Dallas improving technical 53C-. So yeah, next week on Full Throttle to get their final match heading into the pay-per-view, it will be Alice Lane taking on Linda Dallas for that'll be round number 2, and then Matilda the Hun taking on Amy Muscles. I love that name, Amy Muscles, Matilda the Hun. Then they go on, and then the winners of those two matches go on to face at Judgment Day. The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels jumps Undertaker backstage, and they have a massive brawl heading into our main event of the night, a 73B-. In an exceptional match, Jim Nadine Hart, Trudy Blanchard, and Lex Luger defeated Arnson, Jerry Lawler, and Bret Hart in 15-17, when Jim Nadine Hart defeated Arnson by pinfall the Anvil Flatliner. Trudy Blanchard getting better his gimmick. Bret Hart 84, Jerry Lawler 81, Arn 64, Lex 56, Truly 71, and Jim 64. The AEW Championship storyline advance segment. There is the Luger vs Arn storyline advance segment, and so is the Trudy vs Jerry. Trudy Blanchard improving in technical. And that's where we're going to end tonight's TV taping. Not as good as some weeks, a 70C+, but I think the women's matches did quite well, to be honest. I'm quite proud of all the women who appeared here tonight. Some great wrestling from the women's division. So, you know, they're getting up. They do it. Some matches were better in men's wrestling. 63C with the Alice Lane and Medusa. So, guys, I'll see you next week when we'll have the semi-finals before we work, so we know who goes into the finals at Judgment Day. But thank you for watching. Hey guys, welcome back. So this is going to be my second time trying to tape this, hooray, because last time a computer decided to shut itself down for any reason possible. So yeah, we are now a regional size company. Last week we grew in popularity to that point, and we're now a 2-hour TV taping at 1,700 people at the Louis Armstrong Gymnasium. This match got less than what it got. It got a 65 last time. In a pre-show bout that decent match with Damachi, Brian Pillman defeated Taz in 741 by pin for the flying corkscrew crossbody. Announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Taz 32, Brian Pillman 67. Taz improving in Rumble. We move on to a 52D+. In a feature about that, decent match with damage heat, Judy Martin and Heidi Lee Morgan defeated Luna Von Erich and Susan Sexton in 7:46, when Heidi Lee Morgan defeated Luna by pinfall. In terms of ring work, Judy Martin was 10 shoulders above everyone else. Susan was the weakness trying to keep them that's performance. The Luna and Susan don't work well as a team, the timing's all over the place. Announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Heidi Lee 44, Judy 57, Susan 26, Luna 41. 50D+, no work improvements. This got a 74 last time in a bout. Pre-Shabbat had decent, great heat, great wrestling and good heat. Truly Blanchard defeated Scott Hall in 7:48 by pin for the slingshot suplex. Trudy 71, Scott 66, no work improvements, so 73B. Minus 58C in a decent pre-match. Lily Grace defeated Medusa in 8-7 by pin for the German suplex. And that's quality in the colour commentary the match a boost. Lily Grace 59, Medusa 44. No William Bruises 58C minus. In a decent pre-show match, Lex Luger and Jeff Jarrett defeated Jeff Jarrett in 7:55 by pin for a 62C. Jeff Jarrett's getting better at his gimmick. The announced quality in the colour commentary the match a boost. Jeff Jarrett 49, Lex 62. No work improvements. And we open up the show with Gene Okerlund, and he goes, "I am the president," ring announcement, backstage interviewer for AAW. You see, I know I was meant to be at Raw with Vince's WWF. My friend Jesse said he needs someone to run this place, so here I am. And shut up. You idiot, you think you can come here and boss me around? Sorry, let me introduce myself. Bret Hart, AAW champion. And you come here, go back to the WWF, you're not welcome. He basically grabs him and pushes him into the corner, so he's got hold of his throat now, and he goes, "It's my job, asshole, it's my job to run this place as a champion." He just holds up his thing. He goes, "Sod Canada, sod everything, it's about me only. Now get out of my ring." Bret's really turning into a total asshole at this point. And then Jim comes out and goes, "Bret, let go of him. Gene is a boss, and he has the right to fire you. You train, you've turned into a total asshole, and in 2 weeks I'm going to kill you." Basically just runs into the ring, but Bret dives out the ring. You know, Gene drops out of the corner, he's coughing and choking. And basically then Jim just grabs, goes over to him, checks on him. And then Jesse's got in the ring and also is checking on him. So 67C+, this got a bit better than last time. Gene Okerlund debuted his put got a trade above average, and that's quality in the colour come together match a boost. The AEW Championship Storylines event segment. But yeah, so in our first match, in a decent match, Alice Lane defeated Linda Dallas by pinfall with German suplex. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Alice Lane 60, Linda Dallas 42. Linda Dallas improving in technical, which is something we didn't get last time. And Alice Lane is going forward into the finals at Judgment Day for that championship. Judgment Day will be the last pay-per-view to happen on the week 2. It'll all be happening at the end of the month from that point forward. About that decent wrestling, we didn't have much heat. Kendo Nagasaki and Yokozuna defeated Owen Hart and Bob Holly when Yokozuna defeated Bob Holly by pinfall the Bonsai Drop. In terms of ring work, Owen Hart was head and shoulders above everyone else, so 54C minus, actually the same rating as what this got before. The announced quality lifted the match, the colour come together the match a boost. Bob Holly 45, Owen 65, Yokozuna 37, Kendo Nagasaki 30. Yokozuna improving in Rumble. Not bad at all. I do think we kind of killed the computer down. And then we see Gene Okerlund, he's still a bit shaken up, but you see Sean in the back, and before he starts saying what he wants to say, he goes, "You okay, Gene? Sorry about what happened earlier. Undertaker, you see, this company is growing, and this growth is on everyone's back. You see, we're now on Monday nights, and we've got a pay-per-view every month, and in 2 weeks' time at Judgment Day, I'll send you back to hell or your grave, wherever you come from, punk." Looking at this, I now think it's going to be 3 weeks' time. Because it would have been 2 weeks if it was on the Tuesday night. So I might put this back onto the Tuesday. But then it'll still be 3 weeks because it's on a Monday. So we might only get 2 more editions of Monday of this. You might get an additional edition. So we're kind of everyone's doing the promo wrong because we didn't, the decision was last minute basically. In a decent match, Mankind defeated Eddie Guerrero in 7:35 by pinfall the double arm DDT. A 56C minus. Paul Bearer did good work at ringside. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Eddie 53, Mankind 51. No worker improvements, but 56C minus, not bad. And Mankind is basically celebrating. He's like, yeah, I won. But then Sting comes in and runs in and just starts beating Mankind down. You know, kind of sending a message. A 37D minus. Then we get a 62C. And basically the Warriors in the ring. And he goes, the Warriors army is in the house. You see, I got a title shot at Dutch in 2 weeks. 3 weeks of Judgment Day. You see, this company's getting bigger and better than ever. Dutch, I'm going to take that championship off you and show people I am a future world champion. Dutch comes out the back with a steel chair and he dives in the ring and just starts beating down Warrior until security flood the ring to split them up. So yeah, I'm going to change everything that says 2 weeks to 3 weeks just so that everything can be sorted. And in a decent match, Matilda the Hun defeated Amy Muscles in 8-12 by pinfall with the big splash. And that's quality in the colour country of the match a boost. Amy Muscles 55, Matilda the Hun 31, no work improvements. And as you can see, it is booked in already. Alice Lane versus Matilda Hun at Judgment Day, week 2 of October. Live on pay-per-view for the crown of the first ever women's champion. Or actually, it's going to be the Glow Championship. And the women's division is going to be called Glow. Because we brought out Glow. It works. In above there, good wrestling and a decent match on the crowd. Vader defeats Sting by pinfall with a powerbomb. Following in a little bit of interference from Mankind. And that's quality and the colour come together match a boost. Sting 66, Vader 62. Sting improving in performance at 69C+. 65C from Truly. I've rated this on mic skills. So obviously he ain't got very good mic skills yet. He says he's masterful on the mic. And Truly's there and he goes, Jerry, I'm going to send this message to you. With the president of AAW here. You see, Jerry, the first live pay-per-view is coming up in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. And on that night, I'm going to send you packing out of AAW for good. Truly Branch is getting better with his gimmick. The Truly versus Jerry Storyline's fantasy segment. So yeah, after this pay-per-view, everything's going to be on Sunday. Just because it works better. And we've bought out... We've also took ownership of the King of the Ring tournament. That is ours. We've copyrighted it. WWF didn't copyright it, so we've quickly nicked it and copyrighted it, so it's now ours, which is going to send shots to them. And we've also done the Survivor Series and copyrighted that because WWF had only just decided to do it this year, so we've kind of nicked it and copyrighted it, so they can't do the Survivor Series. That's what we're going with in history. The King of the Ring wasn't something they were doing regularly on as a pay-per-view at this point, so we kind of nicked that and doing that as copyrighted as well. Lex Luger and Arnson are basically backstage, and there's a massive backstage brawl between the two. Beating the living crap out of each other. And then Arn has a match. And he defeats, in the battle of superb wrestling and great heat, Arnson defeated Kurt Hennig in 7:43 by pinfall. 74B minus, the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Arn 69, Kurt 75. No work or improvements. In a decent match, The Ultimate Warrior and Shawn Michaels defeated The Undertaker and Dutch Mantel in 7:34 when The Ultimate Warrior defeated The Undertaker by pinfall with a big splash. Bless me. Dutch Mantel carried the match in terms of ring performance. Paul Bearer did good work at ringside. The arts quality and the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Dutch Mantel 66, Taker 53, Michaels 49, Warrior 47. The AEW United States Championship Storylines Fantasy segment and Shawn vs Taker Storylines Fantasy segment gained heat. Undertaker improving in Rumble. I like that match. Quite a good little match. 62C for these guys. Not bad at all. In a 58C minus, not even another good match. In a battle of had decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, Steven Regal defeated Chris Benoit in 8 minutes 10 seconds by pinfall. Chris Benoit was soaked by his injury. The Nats quality lifted the match. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Regal 52, Benoit 55. No work for it. 58C minus. Not bad. And then we see Gene in his office with Bret Hart. He gets 71C plus this time. And he goes, I don't care if you're my champion. After what you did tonight, you are suspended till Judgment Day. You're not allowed here next week. And you're stripped of the AAW Championship. Next week, Sergeant Slaughter, Jim Nadine Hart, Davey Boy and Jerry Lawler battle out to be crowned the winner of the AAW Championship. If your brother wins, you get a shot at Judgment Day, but you're no longer AAW Champion. Be happy, I'm not firing you. Firing your ass, now get out. So basically, Gene Oakland really setting the flipping law down there to Bret. Bret's not allowed on TV until Judgment Day, so that's going to be 3 weeks off TV. And next week, it's going to be former champion Sergeant Slaughter. This is not his rematch. He's been put in this by order of the general manager. Davey Boy Smith I put him David Boy in the wrong place. David Boy Smith, Jerry Lawler, and of course Jim Nadine Hart are all in the main event next week. Have I? I thought I'd fixed that. Oh, I've put Jim Nadine Hart in the wrong place now. Into Jerry Lawler. So that's your main event next week on pay TV. Oh, did I do it? It's going to be I forgot to set it up to be elimination rules. So it's just going to be a standard fatal 4-way. I don't want it to be standard. I want it to be elimination. So basically, the winner of that will be AAW champion, as being as I have stripped. This is where the storyline was heading the whole time. For anybody who is going to start questioning my booking, Bret Hart was never going to hold the title for that long. Bret Hart was going to lose at Judgment Day to Jim anyway. But I thought we could use this as a storyline, a plot point. He is going to get the title back. Don't panic. But it's going to be kind of like it's going to kind of antagonise him a bit more. And I'll sort the stripping out after the show, so it'll be vacated after the show tonight. In an exceptional match, Jerry Lawler defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 8 minutes 12 seconds by pinfall the pile driver. The colour commentary gave the match a boost. Sergeant Slaughter 71, Jerry Lawler 86. No work improvements. A 74 B-, not bad at all. A video plays hyping up our main event, which is going to be a similar match, a singles match between these two, which gets a 78B in an exceptional match. Jim Nadine Hart defeated David Boy in 15-16 by pinfall with an anvil flatliner. 69C for Jim, a 79 for Thing. Jim Nadine Hart is improving in technical. And then after the match, Bret Hart comes out and he's just taking his frustrations out and he goes, I should be frickin' champion. I am not the frickin' champion. He's really angry. It gets 71C plus, and we end the show tonight with a... Also, Bret Hart didn't wrestle tonight. And he's not going to wrestle for the next 3 weeks. Just saying. 75B-. Increase of popularity in other regions. I'm quite happy with that. Guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you with the next week's episode. Will Bret Hart keep away? We'll have to wait and see. But thank you for watching, guys. That was AAW Fully Loaded. Hey guys, welcome back. Feeling very drained, tired. I've been ill for the last few days, so since the last recording I've been sleeping. I'm trying to catch up. I'm still not 100%. I'm still being ill. This one we're recording now. This is I don't really see. That's when I got ill. I was after recording number 3. Let's just get that name so I don't forget where I am. So how are we all doing? So tonight we've got a few debuts and quite a big advancement in one of our major storylines tonight, which is Bret Hart versus AAW in a way, or for the world title, whatever you want to call it. But we are live, as always, in front of 2,000 people at the Hunt Armory in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in front of 2,000 people. Of course, remember this is 1987, and we are a brand new company. But somehow able to get a 2-hour show, so I'm not complaining. But in a poor pre-show match, Susan Sexton defeated Heidi Lee Morgan in 12 minutes and 3 seconds by pinfall electric chair drop. 39D-. The announce quality in the call conjugate the match a boost. Susan Sexton 28, Heidi Lee Morgan 41. No work appears. 39D-, not too bad as we know. After next week's episode, which is a go-home show, it'll be Alice Lane taking on Matilda the Hun for the championship. We got that. We got David Boy versus Sergeant Slaughter. We got Jay Lawler and Truly. We got Jim Nadine Hart taking on Bret Hart. We got Lex Luger versus Arn. We got Shawn Michaels versus Undertaker. Sting versus Mankind. And the Ultimate Warrior taking on Dutch Mantel. Being appreciative, I've had decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Eddie Guerrero defeated Yokozuna in 13 minutes and 12 seconds by pinfall the Frog Splash. 57C-. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Eddie Guerrero 62, Yokozuna 36. No work improvements. We will move on to our opening angle of the night, I do believe. Here you go. So Jim Ross, 68C+. Welcome to Fully Loaded live as always tonight. There's a fatal 4-way for the AAW Championship. Bret Hart was stripped of the championship last week and banned from the show tonight after his actions against Gene Oakland. And Jesse goes, he was very lucky he was not fired. Laying hands on the president of AAW, Gene Oakland. We know Bret is around and we're trying to get in the building, but security are at every door. So yeah, that advances the AAW Championship, a 68C+. And funny enough, we started the pre-show with a women's match, and we start the main show with a women's match. As in a decent match, the Jumping Bomb Angels and the Glamour Girls defeated Linda Dallas, Matilda the Hun, Medusa, and Luna Von Erck in 5 minutes 57, when Judy Martin defeated Medusa by pinfall of Judy Jop. The announced quality in the colour commentary together match of boost: Judy Martin 57, Amy Muscles 61, Lily Grace 59, Alice Lane 64, Luna Von Erck Luna 42, Matilda the Hun 34, Medusa 43, and Linda 43. Luna improving in Rumble, and Judy in Technical. So it's not too bad. 58C minus, a nice little match there. In above a decent match, below heat, Chris Benoit and Dave Finlay defeated. So Chris Benoit and debuting Dave Finlay defeated Jason Thunder Liger and Stephen Regal in 8:25, when Chris Benoit defeated Jason Thunder Liger by submission. Dave Finlay was the winner to the everyone else's performance, and everyone else's in-ring performance. So I've learnt that Joseph Thunder Liger did not turn up. He wrestled under a different name, the guy in the mask, until around about this time. So we've kind of used him. Dave Finlay's debuted his Fighting Irishman gimmick, got a train of average. Joseph Thunder Liger debuted his Young Lion gimmick, got a train of average. Joseph Thunder Liger's getting better at his gimmick. The nice quality in the colour commentary together match of boost. Dave Finlay 40, Chris Benoit 62, Stephen Regal 51, Joseph Thunder Liger 58. Work improvements, no work improvements. Yeah, Dave Finlay was the worst of the bunch, but hopefully he'll improve over time. Quite a big star in England. Then we see Lex Luger in the back with our president, Gene Oakland, a 69C plus for this. You see this place is a growing force, but the enforcer, Arn Anderson, is going to feel the pain. That is Lex Luger. You see, I'm a powerhouse and I'm going to take him out. There are new stars coming into this place, but with people like the enforcer, there'll be no space for these guys to shine. I thought that was a very good promo. You know, quick little promo on, and then we get a match in about very good wrestling and dynamic sheet. Owen Hart defeated Mankind in 7:44 by pinfall the distraction from Sting. Paul Bearer was on commentary. Mankind 54, Owen Hart 65. Owen Hart improving in Rumble. So yeah, I put Paul Bearer onto commentary, and then Sting comes out and distracts him. So we see King Kong Bundy and Bret Hart. This is how this goes down. So we see a door with security blocking. It's stopping Bret Hart getting in. He walks away, then from nowhere, King Kong Bundy comes in and destroys the guards, and him and Bret Hart enter the arena. Bret has a massive smile on his face. King Kong Bundy debuted his monster gimmick, Scottish trainer, very good. No work improvements, but I thought that was a good way. But then we go into a match in above a decent wrestling dynamic sheet. Vader defeated Bob Holly in 7 minutes 9 seconds by pinfall the powerbomb. The announced quality in the colour commentary gave the match a boost. Vader 63, Bob Holly 39. No work improvements, but 59C, not too bad. We see Sting in his locker room. Very weird that King Kong Bundy just comes on screen and then he has tweeted for the first time in a while. Just give me a second, just so I can get back onto my notes now. There we go, notes back up. We see Sting in the locker room getting ready. The door bursts open. It is Mankind with Paul Bearer. Mankind just starts beating down Sting while Paul just stands there. Paul just starts laughing his head off. Paul Bearer out Mankind during the segment. The Mankind versus Sting's Dolan segment lost heat. 55C minus, not too bad. All I'm going to say about this is, where's Paul Bearer? Paul Bearer was meant to be on screen, but oh well, didn't happen. In a decent match, Dutch Mantel, The Undertaker, and Kendo Nagasaki defeated The Ultimate Warrior, Shawn Michaels, and Brian Pillman in 6:31 when Kendo Nagasaki defeated Brian Pillman by pinfall the power of hypnosis. Kendo Nagasaki was the weak and destroyed the performance. Paul Bearer did some good work at ringside, and that's quality in the colour commentary of the match of boost. Pillman 67, Michaels 52, Warrior 50, Kendo Nagasaki 38, The Undertaker 51, Dutch Mantel 67. The AAW United States Storylines advances segment, and so is Shawn Michaels versus Taker has advanced a segment. Now I'm going to pre-book a match for Judgment Day here before I forget. Also, we will hopefully, when Kendo Nagasaki retires, I have set it up so that someone will come in with his mask and be Kendo Nagasaki 2 or Junior or whatever, however it goes. But he will be taking on Brian Pillman at Judgment Day, because why the hell not? 62C plus, not too bad. But especially with a match with Ken and Nagasaki, gets a good rating. I'm quite happy with that. New York Warrior improving in technical. So even more reason to be happy with that one. In a 74B minus. In above had superb wrestling and great heat. Kurt Hennig defeated Arneson in 8:14 when Arneson was counted out after being attacked by Lex Luger. 74B minus. But that's the colour conjugate match of boost. Arneson 70, Kurt Hennig 75. Luger versus Arneson on the segment gained heat. Kurt Hennig improving Rumble. So yeah, Luger comes out and just attacks Arneson. And then we see Gene in his office, and we see Bret Hart and King Kong Bundy walking. They go, "What the hell do you think you are doing, Bret Hart? Breaking in here and bringing this lump with you?" Talking about King Kong Bundy, he goes, "You see, this man in the suit has a piece of paper for you." And there's you see a man behind him with a suit on. He's just a bit too skinny. He was hiding behind King Kong Bundy. "You see, Gene, you punished me twice last week, which is against my contract, which states that if I have one warning, and that's the first warning." So if basically, I'm really mucked this up. He's saying that his contract states if he does an incident, he's done one thing last week, he kind of attacked Thingammy, but you only can one warning, one reaction, and punishment, basically. But you banned me from the arena and stripped me of the title, which is two things for one incident. So you're going to reverse my championship and put it back on my shoulder, and I'll leave the arena without taking you to court. And Gene just goes, "Well done, you're right. So you're right. But no, I won't be. I'll drop the ban. Instead, the main event will still be for the championship. I'm not having you as champion. No way." So Gene's going, well, Gene's sitting there like a bit gobsmacked that, Bret Hart's clever enough to know his contract. And he's like, "Yeah, well done. You know the rights. But you really think I'm going to give you the championship?" No. No way in how we're giving you the championship. So 3B minus, not bad at all. And then we get, in a decent match, Sting defeat Jeff Jarrett by pinfall following botching interference by Mankind. In Ass Quality, Nicola Comch gave the match a boost. Jeff Jarrett 50, Sting 64. Jeff Jarrett improving in performance of 63C, not too bad. Then we see Jerry Lawler in the interview area, and he goes, "After tonight, me and Truly Blanchard will be main eventing Judgment Day, and we will be fighting for my AAW Championship." Before he can finish talking, Truly runs onto set and just starts pulping down Jerry Lawler to a pulp, to the fans' excitement in the arena, because Burger King. In a 50D plus in an exceptional match, Bret Hart defeated Truly Blanchard in 8:21 by pinfall to King Kong Bundy. Blanchard, they have no commentary. Well, the colour commentary wasn't bad. The reason this got Thingammy was because it's the fourth match between these two. At the fourth time, the match should have been better. Truly Blanchard 63, Bret Hart 85, no worker improvements. In a decent match, Lex Luger defeated Scott Hall. The announced quality in the collar conjugate in the match of base. Scott Hall 60, Lex Luger 53, no worker improvements. What I'll do is after the show is not have them as each other's managers. I'll just have them, working together to help each other in matches at random points. In an exceptional match, Jim the Dean Hart defeated Chancellor Jerry Lawler and Davey Boy Smith in 1950. The order of elimination was Davey Boy first, then Sergeant Hart, and finally Jerry Lawler. Jim the Dean Hart is your rank AAW champion winner, so he's now the AAW champion. Jim the Dean Hart's getting better his gimmick. Davey Boy 76, Sergeant Slaughter 69, Jerry Lawler 88, Jim the Dean Hart 67. Davey Boy improving in technical, an 80B plus, not too bad. And after the match, Jim is celebrating in the ring when King Kong Bundy and Bret Hart are in the ring, beating Jim down, taking his belt, smacking him in the face with it. Adrian Adonis runs out, making a shocking appearance on the show, but King Kong Bundy and Bret jump out of the ring as Gene Okerlund comes out on stage and goes, "Next week, a tag team match live. Bret Hart, King Kong Bundy versus Jim the Dean Hart and Adrian Adonis live next week." So next week's Full Throttle main event is set. And you won't want to miss this one, as we have the in-ring debut of Adrian Adonis. So it'll be Adrian Adonis and our new champion, Jim the Dean Hart, taking on the team of Bret the Hitman Hart and his new partner, King Kong Bundy, which I think is going to already be a bad decision after seeing what the management things did, but oh well. Jimmy Darn's getting better his gimmick. Adrian Adonis debuted his old school face, giving show above average. The AEW Championship storylines advanced to the segment and gained heat. 75B minus. And of course, we're not going to close the night off like that. In an exceptional post-show match, King Kong Bundy defeated Adrian Adonis in 14:59 by a pin with a big splash. King Kong Bundy was with time towards the end. Bret Hart did good work at ringside. The match suffered because there was not enough selling on show. Adrian Adonis 83, King Kong Bundy 64. No work in prison. 55C minus, 57C minus for the post-show, but the entire show gets a 77B. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you next week where you'll see Adrian Adonis, King Kong Bundy, Bret Hart, King Kong Bundy and Bret Hart taking on Adrian Adonis, and Jim the D-Knot, your new champion. This company's only getting better. So, gentlemen, I'll see you live next week for the Go Home show before Judgment Day. Thanks for watching, guys. Guys, welcome to the Go Home show tonight, live. As always, full throttle mayhem. We're live tonight in front of 2,322 people at the Rouville Atlantic City. This is full throttle as always. Everyone is on the main card tonight. No pre-show matches. Everyone's on the main card. So Brett comes out and he goes, "So please be quiet, and no one come out here and do not interrupt me, or my helping hand will destroy you." No way in hell is Jim Nadine Hart your AAW champion. I am. I never was pinned, I was stripped of it. You see, I'm going to ruin Gene's day this Sunday. I'll get back what is mine. The AAW championship tonight. Me and King Kong Bundy will get rid of Adrian Adonis and Jim Nadine Hart. See you later, punks. So yeah, 75B minus, just a quick promo to open up the night. Bret Hart going, yeah, never was pinned or submitted for it, so that part's technically speaking mine. In a battle of decent wrestling but didn't have much heat, the all but wide defeated Kendo Nagasaki in 8:03 by pin for the big splash of 47D. Kendo Nagasaki was really off his game. Now it's quality in the colour come together match of boost. Kendo Nagasaki 32, Ultimate Warrior 50, no work improvements. A 47D. And then after the match, the Ultimate Warrior celebrating the win over Kendo when Dutch Mantel wins in and beats him down to the mat, advancing the United States storyline ahead of this Sunday night. I'm watching Night of Infamy at the moment on CZW Studios, which I love CZW. I think CZW is one of a very good company that does very good ultimate death matches. But then, you know, if you're not into death matches, it does very good normal matches. And I've just realised my phone is dying. And then we have our first 8-man tag tonight. One of two, or 3 big tag matches. You know, multi-man matches or multi-man and women matches. And above had great wrestling and good heat. David Boy Smith, Jerry Lawler, The Undertaker, and Mankind defeat Truly Blanchard, Steer, Shawn Michaels, and Sting. In 7:44, when Jerry Lawler defeated Shawn Michaels by pivotal pile driver, 70C plus. Jerry Lawler was the best in the ring. Paul Bear did good work at ringside. The colour come together match and boost. Jerry looked good out there. Mankind 52, Undertaker 57. Jerry Lawler 88, David Boy 75, Shawn Michaels 51, Sting 58, Sergeant Slaughter 71, Sergeant Slaughter 70, and Truly Blanchard 71. The Shawn vs Taker storylines advance for this segment, the Sergeant vs Dave Boy storylines advance for this segment, and the Mankind vs Sting storylines advance for this segment, and the Truly vs Jerry storylines advance for this segment. So 4 8-man tag, 4 stories advanced. Blanchard improving flying, Undertaker in technical, and Dave Boy in performance. Excuse me. 70C plus. In a decent match, Eddie Guerrero defeated Vader in 8:20 by pivotal fog splash. The announced quality and the colour come together match of boost. Eddie Guerrero 53, Vader 56. No working for 59C. Oh, and then Paul Bear's in the back. Let me just take a quick drink because I've got a real tickly throat. When I've done this, I'm going to go down and make a cup of tea before doing the next bit. Oh yes, my boys will take you, Sting and Shawn, and you Shawn down. This coming day they will use the forces beyond and take you down. Oh yes, you better be bad. So both segments events but lost heat. A 63C, not bad from these guys. Then Truly, Jerry Lawler basically just beats the living shit out of Truly Blanchard backstage. Just leave him in down and, you know, out. We're not as far as getting blood yet. We're not in 1990. I may go a bit like that. So yeah. Then we have the women's match. In a decent match, Matilda the Hun, Linda Dallas, Luna Von Erich, Medusa and Susan Sexton defeated Heidi Lee Morgan, Jumping Bomb Angels and the Glamour Girls in 8:45 when Matilda the Hun defeated Heidi Lee Morgan by pinfall the backbreaker. The announced quality and the colour come together match a boost. Judy Martin 60, Amy Muscle 62, Lily Grace 56, Alice Lane 69, Heidi Morgan 40, Susan Sexton 31, Medusa 47, Luna Von Eyck 46, Linda Dallas 45, and Matilda the Hun 33. 59C, Amy Muscles improving performance, Matilda the Hun in Rumble, Alice Lane in performance, Lily Grace in Rumble, Heidi Lee Morgan in Rumble, and Linda Dallas in performance. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 10 people improved in that match. I ain't complaining. 59C as well, which is not a bad match for them from the ladies. And this wasn't bad either. In above a decent match with a little heat, Dave Finlay defeated Stephen Regal in 8-12 by pinfall the Tombstone Pile Driver. Stephen Regal and Dave Finlay have great chemistry at showing their performance. Right, that's going to do me good. The announced quality in the colour together match with Stephen Regal 57, Dave Finlay 44. And at Judgment Day, I'm booking it in now, there will be a Falls Count Anywhere match. And it's going to be Stevie Regal, big British guy, taking on our newest British or Irish guy, Dave Finlay. So the 28-year-old taking on the 19-year-old. There's only 10 years apart between them, 56 minus. Not complaining. No work improvements, but a nice little match from those two. Then we see Jim Nahidi hot with his belt over his shoulder in the back. He gets a 65C, but I'm not complaining. You see this, Brett? You lost this because you're a dickhead. I'm going to beat you tonight and this Sunday. I'm on top of this company and the name people think of when they hear AAW. I'm going to fight for the Canadians and Americans. I'm going to fight for the AAW army and show these fans you winning this title was a fluke. So yeah, we're going to call this the AAW army. I don't know what I'm going to call the Impact fans yet. But yeah, he's going out there to fight for the army, the AAW army, and the Canadians and Americans. 65C, not bad. Then we've seen G. Oakland. This is why G. Oakland's in the thing. He's on the end. He's on top of the stage. He goes, as president of the AAW, it is my job to make sure everybody's happy here in the AAW. This Sunday during the day, I'll be making a huge announcement live on pay-per-view. So join us this Sunday. So Gene Oakland will be making a huge announcement about the pay-per-views going forward. So you'll see that live this Sunday. In a decent match, Arn Anderson, Jeff Jarrett, and Scott Hall and Yokozuna defeated Lex Luger, Kurt Hennig, and Brian Pillman, and Bob Holly in 10-10 when Arn Anderson defeated Bob Holly by pin for the DDT. A 65C. So this random bag of people, what was left over when I finished booking the show, and I wanted everyone on to be on the Go Home show, through as a 65C, which is better than what the ladies got, I think. Or not, probably a little better. About the same. The announced quality in the colour contract match boost: Bob Holly 41, Brian Pillman 60, Kurt Hennig 71, Lex Luger 58, Yokozuna 36, Scott Hall 59, Jeff Jarrett 45, Arn Anderson 65, Bob Holly improving in performance. No one else improving, so I'm not happy with the rest of them. But Bob Holly, good on you. In above a good wrestling and little heat, Jason Thunder Liger defeated Chris Benoit in 8:05 by pin for the Liger Bomb. A 64C. The announced quality in the colour contract match boost: Chris Benoit 61, Liger not far behind with a 59. No work improvements. This coming Sunday night, they will be doing a rematch at Judgment Day for this beautiful, beautiful match they just did. I want to give it another shot. So Chris Benoit will be taking on Jason Liger this coming week. So he's only, at this time, he's 20 and Jason Thunder Liger is 22. So there's 2 years apart between them. So but yeah, I found out who Jason Thunder Liger was and hired him quick. In above had good wrestling and D-Slash the crowd, Dutch Mantel defeated Owen Hart in 10 minutes 04 by pin for the power drive. Dutch Mantel makes defense number 4 of his AAW United United States Championship, a 71C+. Mantel seemed off his game, the announced quality in the colour come to get the match a boost. Owen Hart 66, Dutch Mantel 60. No work improvements. And we move on. So after the match, of course, the Ultimate Warrior runs in, beating down onto the mat. And it gets, to the mat. A 44D. Or beaten down. 62C as we hype into our main event and our closing angle or match of the night. We're going to end here tonight with 75B managed. 75B minus. An exceptional match. Bret Hart and King Kong Bundy defeat Adrian Adonis and Jim Nadine Hart in 1914-41 when King Kong Bundy defeated Jim Nadine Hart by pin with a big splash. Jim Nadine Hart was ready off his game. King Kong Bundy was retiring towards the end. Jim Nadine Hart 65, Adrian Adonis 80, King Kong Bundy 61, and Bret Hart 85. I am going to change the ending to this. He didn't pin Jim Nadine Hart. He defeated Adrian Adonis. And this coming Sunday night, at Judgment Day, King Kong Bundy versus Adrian Adonis in a first of its kind on our show. I don't know if it happened by then, but it's going to be a strap match. Adrian Adonis has called for it to be a strap match. He has asked that we, respect his decision in this and we go with it. So Adrian Adonis versus King Kong Bundy in a strap match. And we end tonight's show with another solid performance, 73B minus. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you this coming Sunday night with a big message from Gene Okerlund, what's going to open up the pay-per-view, and hopefully what is going to be a spectacular event. It's going to be Judgment Day. You're going to see the finals of the women's match, where the woman known as Alice Danger, or Alice Muscles, will be taking on Matilda the Hum. You're going to see Davey Boy and taking on Silent Sword, Trudy Blanchard taking on Joe Law, The Undertaker taking on Shawn Michaels, and Sting taking on Mankind. We've got Bret Hart taking on Jim Nadine Hart, a King Kong Bundy, and Adrian Adonis. Adrian Adonis in action. No doubt we've got Dutch Mantel taking on Ultimate Warrior for the AAW United States Championship. We've got a rematch between Joseph Van der Liger and Chris Benoit. So, ladies and gentlemen, and then finally we've got Lex Luger coming out and taking on Arn Anderson. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you coming up very soon. This coming Sunday night, it's Judgment Day, and I'll be booking it very soon, and I'll see you back right here again on this episode with Judgment Day very soon. Thanks for watching, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Judgment Day is live and it's on Request TV, and Gene Okerlund is here with his few big announcements. So you guys, welcome to Judgment Day live on Request TV. Tonight is our first live pay-per-view ever. You see, Vince has lost out. Next month we bring you the Survivor Series, which is copyrighted to us, and in December, King of the Ring, copyrighted to us. They weren't in the game to set to be under WWF, so I've just done it that we kind of took the names of them and copyrighted them so Vince couldn't use them anymore. Since this company started, we have brought you events in the second week of every month. Not anymore. Judgment Day will be the last event to follow this rule. The next pay-per-view will happen on the last Sunday of November, live on pay-per-view, and I'm going to announce our first Survivor Series match elimination tag now. That match will be Team Jim Nadine Hart featuring Jim, Adrian Adonis, truly Lex Luger versus Team Bret featuring Bret Hart, Jody King Lawler, King Kong Bundy, and Arn Anderson. So, in a month's time, according to this, but at the traditional, we're not going to do traditional 5-on-5, but I think I will for the main event one. I have changed this a bit, and I didn't add the people. So it's going to be a traditional Survivor Series 5-on-5 match, featuring the nights of our champion Jim Nadine Hart. He'll be joined by Lex Luger, Sergeant Slaughter. That's all of them from there. Adrian Adonis as well, and not King Kong, but truly Blanchard. He will be taking on the team of Bret, which will feature Jerry Lawler. I can just go heels for this. Arn Anderson, Bret, Jerry Lawler, King Kong Bundy. Davey Boy Smith. Who's missing? Anderson, Bret Hart, Jerry Lawler, King Kong Bundy, Adrian Adonis, Arn Anderson, there we go. And Arn Anderson. So yeah, I changed that in the last minute on the thing because it worked. So it's just a 5v5. So yeah, you got the babyface team versus the heels, typical Survivor Series sort of stuff, grubby. So we've done that. Featuring Jim, Adrian, Truly, Lex, and Sergeant Slaughter versus Team Bret featuring Bret Hart, Joe Lawler, King Kong Bundy, and Arn Anderson, and his opponent, David Boy Smith. This match will be our main event of Survivor Series, and we're going to be finding 8 tag teams. I'm going to make that clear, 8 from across the USA to bring to you live every week, coming soon. Now let's get Judgment Day underway. So Bret's big announcement was with copyright Survivor Series King of the Ring, and we're also finding 8 tag teams. I ain't decided on who yet, but we are going to start a little tag team division. May not be 8 to start off with. And we open up with a 65C. Well done Sting for carrying this match. In above, I had good wrestling and decent match on the card. We are sold out tonight in front of 3,000 people at the Staten Island Pavilion. So it was good wrestling and decent match on the card. Mankind defeated Sting in 7:51 by pinfall, the double arm DDT after Paul Bearer interfered. At 65C, Paul Bearer did good work at ringside. Sting and Mankind have pretty good chemistry and lifted the match, which is good. And that's quality in the colour commentary to go the match a boost. Sting 65, Mankind 53. No work improved, but the Mankind versus Sting storyline advanced a segment and gained heat. We move on to the next match of the night. And above a decent wrestling without much heat, Brian Pillman defeated Kenga Nakasaki in 7:40 by pinfall, the leaping, thrusting lariat to 58C-. Brian Pillman seen off his game, and that's quality in the colour commentary to go the match a boost. Kenga Nakasaki 42, Brian Pillman 61. No work improved, so 58C-. Not bad at all from those guys. In above a decent wrestling with a little heat, Steven Regal defeated Dave Finlay in a 1v1 Falls Count Anywhere match in 7:51 by pinfall with the exploding suplex through a table at ringside. Steven Regal and Dave Finlay have great chemistry in their performance. The announced quality in the colour commentary to the match will be Steven Regal 52, Dave Finlay 50. Dave Finlay improving technical. So there's like a table ringside with the barrel on and stuff, and he does the exploder suplex through that table, and that kind of gives him the win. I'm sure someone's going to go, no, they both work fine in hardcore matches, so we'll go with it. In a decent match, Jeff Jarrett defeated Eddie Guerrero in 7:53 by pinfall, 64C. The announced quality in the colour commentary together match a boost. Eddie Guerrero 65, Jeff 50. Jeff Jarrett improving in performance of 64C. Not bad at all. Really think that was good little match. You can restart my computer when I've done this. 66C plus and above had good wrestling and little heat. Chris Benoit defeated Joseph Van der Liger in 8:21 by pin for the diving headbutt. The announced quality in the colour commentary the match a boost. Chris Benoit 62, Joseph Liger 60. No work improved. 66C plus, not bad at all from those two. I think that was better in their first match. So these two are going to be probably major names in the future for the company. In a decent match, Lily Grace, Heidi Lee Morgan, and the Glamour Girls defeated Linda Dallas, Luna Von Erich, Luna Medusa, and Susan Sexton in 8:03 when Amy Missiles defeated Luna by a pin for the diving splash. Susan Sexton was waiting to keep on her performance. 54C-. Nice quality lift to match the colour come together match and boost. Judy 59, Amy Muscles 54, Heidi Lee Morgan 41, Lily Grace 58, Susan Sexton 31, Medusa 48, Luna 46, and Linda Dallas 43. Susan Sexton improving her performance, which is good because she's not very good, and Heidi Lee Morgan in performance, which is good as well. 54C-. Not too bad at all. Nice little match. In a decent match, The Undertaker defeated Shawn Michaels in 7:37 by pin for the Tombstone after Paul Bearer got involved. 58C-. Paul Bearer did some good work at ringside, and that's quality in the colour come together match a boost. Shawn Michaels 55, The Undertaker 49, and no work in but the Shawn Michaels versus Taker still has advanced the segment but lost heat, which is not good. In about a decent match, heat, Yokozuna defeated Owen Hart in 7:48 by pinfall the Bonsai Drop. The announced quality in the colour come together match a boost. Owen Hart 58, Yokozuna 36, 54C-. Not a bad match really. I'm not complaining. In a decent match, the Ultimate Warrior defeated Dutch Mantel in 15:10 by pinfall. The Ultimate Warrior is now your AAW United States Champion. He gets a 63C with Dutch Mantel for this match. And that's quality in the colour commentary to match a boost. Ultimate Warrior 44, Dutch Mantel 64. No work improvement. I know that it's bad putting the belt on the Ultimate Warrior at the moment, but I think he needs the belt to help him improve a bit, get his popularity up, so why not do it on our first ever pay-per-view? In a bout, they had good wrestling and decent match of the crowd. Scott Hall defeated Bob Holly in 7:48 by pinfall Razor's Edge. Scott Hall and Bob Holly have pretty good chemistry that lifted the match. The announced quality in the colour come together match of boost. Scott Hall 70, Bob Holly 48. Bob Holly improving in technical 67C+. Not bad from those two. I know that the next match is going to bomb. Is it in the next match? If the game actually registered that I click next. No, it's not this one. In above had great heat, great wrestling and decent match crowd. Vader defeat Kurt Hennig in 8-10 by pinfall. The Power Bomber 66C+. The announced quality in the colour come together match of boost. Vader 59, Kurt Hennig 76. No work improvements 66C+. Not a bad match really. A 59C actually did better than I thought it would. In a decent match, Matilda the Hun defeated Alice Lane by pinfall. The backbreaker. Matilda the Hun wins the Glow Championship, which is the women's division. Smell. The Alice Lane and Matilda the Hun have great chemistry in the performance. The announced quality and the colour come together attributes. Alice Lane 72, Matilda the Hun 39. No work for 59C. I think Alice Lane built. That's why I took Alice Lane through to the finals, because I knew that she'd be able to carry Matilda the Hun into a good match. In a superb match, Arn Anderson defeated Lex Luger in 15-18 by pinfall, illegally using the rope to leverage. A 71C+. The announced quality in the colour come together match of boost. Lex Luger 61, Arn 69. Lex improving in performance, which is good. If he wants to be a star in our company, he needs to start doing some improving. In an exceptional match, Davey Boy Smith defeated Sergeant Slaughter in 15 minutes and 19 by pinfall in the running power slammer 77B. David Boy's getting better at his gimmick. David Boy 78, Sergeant Slaughter 66. No work improvements. 77B. I'm not complaining with that one. In an exceptional match, Jerry Lawler defeated Truly Blanchard in 15-20 by pinfall the pile driver. Jerry Lawler 85, Truly 73. No work improvements, but an 80B. King Kong Bundy versus 75B minus. In an exceptional match, Adrian Adonis defeated King Kong Bundy in 10-22 when Adrian was first to touch all four corners. King Kong Bundy had successfully touched all the four corners early, but the referee had been unconscious, so had missed it. During the match, we also had Bret Hart accidentally hit Bundy. The match started because there was not enough Sally on the show. The colour come together match of boost. Adrian Adonis 82, King Kong Bundy 62. King Kong Bundy improving performance. That's fair enough. The 75B, not too bad. 66C plus as we head into our main event of the night, which I don't think is going to do as well as Trudy versus Jerry and all that. A 78B, better than I thought it would get. In an exceptional match, Jim the Dean Hart defeated Bret Hart in 24-42 by pinfall the Anvil flatliner. Jim the Dean Hart makes defense number 1 of his AAW Championship title. Jim the Dean Hart's getting better. His gimmick. Jim and Dean Hart have Bret Hart have a pretty good chemistry left in the match. Jim the Dean Hart 70, Bret Hart 87. The AAW Championship storyline's fantasy when it gained heat. No work improvements. We end the show right there, my friends, as we close out the first ever live pay-per-view. So, guys, I will now go through and find all the tag teams we need for the storylines. And once we've got them sorted, we'll go live with our next episode, which will be episode number 4 very soon. But tonight, my speech is going to go to Bret Hart, Jerry Lawler, and Davey Boy, because these guys blew the show away, and I think they got us a good rating tonight. I'm really proud of them. So I'll see you guys again very soon. Thanks for watching this episode. I hope you're enjoying this series. I know that was a bit short on the other bits, but it's a pay-per-view, it's all matches. But thank you for watching, and we'll continue as we head into Survivor Series very soon. Thanks for watching, guys.